Cramers rule 3 by 3. We're going to start off with 3 problems that we need to solve for X, Y, and Z. First we have to set up the matrix, as you see here. Okay, we look up here. X is 1, Y is -1, Z is 1. The second line, or second problem, -2, 2, 2, and the next line, right here, 3, 3, and 3, just to keep it simple. Okay, now you'll need to repeat these numbers past the barrier of the matrix so you can do your solving. Now, what this means with these arrows here is you're going to bring this 1, -2, and 3 over here. 1, -2, and 3 over here. And then bring this one, the second one, over here. 1, -1, 2, and 3. So now we've set it up. And that's how we're setting up all these matrices. Before we move on, to set it all up, you've got to set up your parentheses. Parentheses, plus parentheses, plus parentheses, minus parentheses, minus parentheses, minus parentheses, and then equal. This will make things a lot easier to solve and clear up a lot of mistakes that could happen. Okay, so we need to solve down and then up. Just remember that, down and then up. Meaning this, inside the box, we're going to underline the 3 that are going down inside the box, 3 of them. So that's 1 times 2 times 3 is 6. Now the next one, we're going to draw a line down. -1 times 2 times 3 is -6. Okay, we do it one more time. Going down, 1 times -2 times 3 is -6 again. Okay, now we go up. Here's the up. Going up in the middle, the 3 that are in the middle inside the matrices. 3 times 2 times 1 is 6. 3 times 2 times 1 is 6. 3 times 2 times -1 equals 6. Okay, now we add them together. 6 plus -6 cancel each other out. -6, -6, -6, and -6 is -24. So D will equal 24. -24. What is D? D is your divisor. Your divisor for dx, dy, and dz. As you see, D is here, and what that does is you'll take your answers here, dx, divide it by d, and that'll give you x. Same thing here, you'll divide dy by d, and that'll give you y. Same thing for dz. dz divided by d will give you z. Now we've done that one, let's try to do dx. First we must take the numbers from the beginning of all the problems. Okay, here's all our problems for x, y, and z, and we're taking the resultant answer 1, 4, and 3 and putting it at the beginning of dx. dx in the x spot, 1, 4, and 3. On this one we're going to put it on the y spot, and this one we're going to put it on the z spot. Okay, we'll solve for this one first by first going to our d and bringing down our numbers in the middle. -1, 2, 3. Okay, and then 1, 2, and 3 again. That's we start drawing our lines. Down and across in the center of the matrix. Okay, 1 times 2 times 3, that's 6. Okay, draw the next line. And now we have to add, bring over our front, 1, 4, and 3, and our -1, 2, and 3, so we complete the problem. -1 times 2 times 3, that's -6. Okay, 1 times 4 times 3, that's 12. Okay, then we go up here, up now. 3, 2, 1, 3 times 2 times 1 is 6. 3 times 2 times 1 is 6 again. 3 times 4 times -1 is -12. Okay, so we have to do our math on this. 6, 6, -6, cancel each other out. 12 and -6, that'll be 6. 6 and -6, cancel, cancel, cancel. That leaves us with a negative and a -12, which makes a +12, which will be our dx equals 12. So then that 12 is divided by 24 negative. So -24 makes the whole problem negative, and that becomes 1/2 negative, which is x. X equals -½ So let's move on to our next one here. Like I said, we've taken our resultant answers from our problems, brought them down, and now we're putting in the middle in the y area. But we've got to borrow from the D column x, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 again. Okay, we'll draw our line. That'll be our first problem. Let's make sure we draw our parentheses. Try to keep this in a pattern. Makes it easy. Okay. All right. Once we've done that, it'll be 1 times 4 times 3. That's 12. Then we've got to bring over our first row, which is our x row, and bring over our y row, 1, 4, and 3, so we can solve for the others. Okay, 1 times 2 times 3 is 6. Draw a line here. Oops, a little crooked. 1 times -2 times 3 is -6. Okay, now we go up. 3 times 4 times 1. That'll be 12. 3 times 2 times 1. That'll be 6. And then 3 times -2 times 1 will be -6. Now we must solve this one. Okay, 12 plus 6 is 18. Minus 6 is back to 12. Minus 12 is 0, so cancel, 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 cancel. Okay, -6 plus +6, that ends up being 0. Okay, now 0 over -24 equals 0. So that makes it real easy. So y equals 0. Okay, so we've got our x now, we've got our y, one more, we got our z. Once again, we use our answers from the problems, 1, 4, 3, put it in the z column, 1, 4, 3, go back up here to D, because we got it all figured out here. We bring down the x, 1, -2, and 3. We bring down the y, which is -1, 2, and 3. Okay, and now we're going to have to draw our line again. 1 times 2 times 3. Oh, we got to do our parentheses. Always makes it easy. Okay, 1 times 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, we have to bring over 1, -2, 3. Okay, and then -1, 2, and 3. Make that a clean 3 there. Okay, draw our line. 1, negative 1 times 4 times 3, that'll be negative 12. Okay. 1 times negative 2 times 3, that is one ugly 3. 1 times negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Okay. Then we go up. 3 times 2 times 1, that's 6. 3 times 4 times 1, that's 12. 3 times negative 2 times negative 1 makes it a positive 6. So that changes things there. Okay, now we got to add it all together. 6 plus negative 12 makes it negative 6. Negative 6 plus negative 6 makes it negative 12 again. And then another negative 18. Negative 18. Negative 18. And negative 12. That's going to give us, sorry about the slow math here, 30, make sure we got it, 30, and negative 6 will be 36, negative 36, so that's a big number, 36, negative over negative 24, which is D, remember our D, negative 24, so what we're going to get here is that's 3 times, that's 2 times, 3 over 2, or 1 and 1.5. Okay, so come down to the bottom of the conclusion of everything here. Okay, X, Y, and Z. Okay, Z is 1.5, Y is 0, and X is half. I hope that helped.